Leave it to me. Nowhere to hide. Target confirmed. Misery follows.
See? How lively. You really...
And that's thanks to your...
Well, I'm just... Don't always be so tense.
Wenshu.
Why not? Go.
Rover, it's good to see you here.
Oh. I guess you must be the Rover. Nice to meet you. I'm the director of the Riverside Games. You can call me Wenshu. I almost dropped the ball on this one.
It's not worth mentioning. Rover, it's a slow day today.
That's right. Go part... Of course. The Jinzhou Riverside Games is an event for all people to enjoy.
Indeed. I'm looking for only a few events specific.
We haven't held the Riverside during the preparation. It's a pity that the
Rover, now, if you'll excuse me, have a great time, Rover.
Oh, well, I didn't invite him over for that. On the other hand, sorry. I'm especially those still warming up in the backup lane. Gotta bring them over. Rover, are you coming with me?
All those hours of training for nothing. We're doomed.
Don't give up yet. We've still got some time.
Ling Yan, Ganchuan, what's wrong?
Hi, Wenshu. And this is?
This is Rover.
Perfect timing. We're having a bit of a situation right now. Two of our teammates accidentally injured themselves during warm-up. Luckily, the wounds weren't too bad, but the doctor said that they wouldn't be able to participate in the relay anytime soon. We've asked the organizing committee, said we could still participate,
But the relay is starting soon. It's impossible. First our cap... Are we supposed to just wait?
Speaking of which, do you have a team, Rover?
Rover is also a resonator. He's fully qualified for the Gulpuff Relay. Still, it depends on whether he'd like to join you.
It's simple. 4 people take turns controlling a Gulpuff in a relay race. The first team to reach the finish line wins. Thank you so much. If we...
That's right. We'll buy you...
Then you're only one person short for the relay. I know a good candidate for that.
Who?
Bingo!
Huh?
Oh! Why didn't I think of him?
Are you serious? The General doesn't look like he'd be interested in events like this.
Well, there's more to your General than you know.
What do you mean?
Instead of asking questions here,
I don't have the guts.
go invite him now, and you may still have a chance to get him on board. Don't let others take your chance.
We're counting on you, Rover.
Rover, what are you doing here? Have you found any event that you're interested in? Trouble? If you're comfortable sharing, tell me about it. Maybe I can help. So, you want me to join the relay as your temporary teammate? No worries. The key to winning a relay race lies in mutual understanding, cooperation, and trust among team members. Most of the teams are formed according to the Midnight Rangers units they belong to. Therefore, they're familiar with their teammates and have good teamwork. I believe you can find a better candidate for your team. That candidate doesn't have to be me. Joining you, I see. Might be fun. But given we never trained together before, it may prove challenging to win. A temporary team. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. It's been a long time since I've last heard that phrase. Indeed, no need to worry about the end result before the competition begins. Yes, I'll join you. Spectators are gathering along the lanes. The race should start soon. Let's go join our new teammates. Huh. Nothing. Perhaps it's just my imagination.
You managed to rope the General in?
Greetings, General Jian, Rover.
Rover has told me what happened. I will join you.
Hooray! Now we can join the race. With General Jian and Rover on our side, maybe we can even aim for a new record.
Not to be a party pooper here, but as a last-minute team, we probably won't hit the record. Unless...
Unless what?
Sorry. Forget about it. "10 years ago, a team set the record in the Gulpuff relay race. That record remains unbeaten to this day. Since then, every time the games are held, a major highlight is whether the record will be broken.
Yeah, I really wanted to learn from their strategy. But the video of that race got borrowed and never returned. Bummer.
They set the record. They must have trained together for a long time. Well, we're a temporary team. Would have been able to learn much from it anyway.
Keep your chin up. Your hard work will pay off. Not to mention the team you were talking about was a temporary team, too.
Wow! So even General Jian has heard of that race.
Yes, that was a good race.
Well, it's been 10 years. I wonder how that team's doing now.
We should worry about ourselves first. There's not much time left, and we haven't even decided the relay order.
Ah, the relay order. It used to be decided by the captain. Then, General, can you decide it for us?
As you have trained together extensively, I trust you can decide the order better than me. I will gladly cooperate to the best of my abilities.
All right. In that case, I think Gunchuan would be perfect as a first runner.
Me? The first? Seriously?
You've always been the first runner during our training. Surely you'll make a good start.
The first runner doesn't need to coordinate with the two of us. He only needs to exchange the controller with Ling Yan. It's a safe arrangement indeed.
Whew. I'll do my best.
As for General Jian and Rover, I think... General, can you be the connecting third runner? Since you're familiar with both Rover and us Midnight Rangers.
A reasonable strategy. I agree.
Then the relay order would be me first, followed by Ling Yan, then General Jian, and Rover last.
Rover, this is your first race, and you may receive plenty of attention as the last runner. Please, stay calm and relax. I'm glad to hear that. Any other questions?
Yes! Our team doesn't have a name yet.
Since Rover brought this team together, maybe we should let him decide the name. Good. It sounds easy to remember. The name is settled then. Everyone, please get ready in your designated exchange zones. We can stay in touch with our terminals once the race begins.
We're entering the final stage of the competition. General Jian and Rover have successfully passed the baton.
Be careful of the driftwood. Jump over it.
Despite it being Rover's debut race, he's demonstrating impressive skill.
Come on! We're in the lead now. Don't worry, keep going. Who was that? Wait, the gull puffs don't seem right. Watch out. Rover, are you alright?
I'm sorry for what just happened. You almost reached the finish line and then...
Rover, did you notice anything unusual before? An unfamiliar voice briefly interrupted our team's channel. Wenshu, let's evacuate the spectators now. Send them back to the city in batches.
I understand. But most of the teams are waiting to start their race. And it's our first Riverside Games in years. Ending it early may spoil their fun. The voice you mentioned, could it be our spectators cheering?
When Rover asked me to team up with him, I heard something similar by the racing lane. I have requested the monitoring data records of all nearby waterways from the Academy for safety measures.
I see. I thought the gulp...
There might be an underlying cause if the records will take some more...
I trust your decision, but a man somehow ended up riding a gulp puff when it all happened. And he seemed to really... They all seemed super excited.
Get that person to leave first, and the other should follow. Wenshu, I'm going with you.
Of course. Rover, you are respected by many. If you're willing to help us calm people down, it will make the...
Thank you.
Sir, please calm down and stop talking about riding gull puffs.
But that was really fun!
May I have your hand?
What? What's wrong?
Nothing major. I just need to confirm something. As I expected.
Huh? When did I get hurt? I didn't feel it at all.
The adrenaline from excitement may have dampened your sensitivity to pain. However, your nervous response... Fortunately, it's not...
Ouch! Oh, it's really starting to hurt now that you mentioned it.
All right. Have you calmed down now?
I'm sorry. I got a little carried away. I'm sorry again for the trouble I've caused.
Let's go have someone see to your wound.
Rover, fancy seeing you here. I don't want to spoil your fun, but I'm afraid we need to suspend the race for now.
Can you fill us in on the data?
I checked the monitoring data as you asked, and I found unusual fluctuations near the upper waters to the north.
Why didn't the nearest beacon pick up on this anomaly?
The resonance beacon is functioning properly, but we still don't know why it didn't issue a warning this time. I will investigate this further at a later time. Animals are often the first to detect signs of danger. Tacit discords are similar. I suppose that's why you asked me to check the monitoring data?
Yes. The timing of this change is concerning.
Perhaps the Riverside Games' frequency resonated with something in the upper waters.
Yes. Let's...
The lack of perceivable warning signs typically suggest...
Endure and defy. Shadow follows. No hesitation.
Let's... Don't come near me.
The tacit discords are increasing. Let's take them down first. It's the retroact rain. We need to hurry up.
Let's participate. Together. Hey!
The voices are coming from here. It might be trying to tell us something. We need to decide.
You should relax. You can. Who knows what tacit discords? They won't.
It's the cheers during the Riverside Games. Perhaps some people have been trapped in this place. Anyway, we have to figure it out. Yes and no. Simply put, it's the environment here.
Are these the spectators we saw earlier?
No. They are memory projections from the previous Riverside Games.
I can't quite describe it, but something feels...
Ah, come on! Are you seriously expecting teamwork among members of a temporary team?
No wonder they made a mistake. Such a shame.
It's the temporary team from a decade ago. I'm fine. Brought back some memories. According to Mortefi's speculation, this sonar sphere was resonating with the Riverside Games frequencies. and it led to the abnormal fluctuations we detected earlier.
Hey, look! Isn't that the temporary team? Oh, the last runner's actually catching up! Really? That kid! I remember, he's a new recruit! Impressive!
It's the Tacit Discords. Watch out. They seem to be playing a game of imitation. Those are nothing but empty shells, no matter how lifelike they may seem. All of this, I have a feeling it all ties back to the temporary team. I rarely ever mention it, but 10 years ago, I was a part of that temporary team. Back then, it's the Nell Squares bell. Don't worry, I'm here with you. We'll go see for ourselves. Wait, Rover. Look out the window.
The city's upside down. So is everything in this place like this? Are these fallen soldiers manifestations of memories? Or the Tacit Discord's imitations?
Only I could.
They're Tacit Discord.
He does stand out among our new recruits, but he lacks experience on the front line. And now our captain's asking us to listen to his commands.
What are his plans?
We have no choice. Jinzhou needs our protection.
You know, those...
We must stay to hold the line. Will our new captain make the right call?
Yes. That was the right decision.
Only I could. Damn, the fog! Will they ever stop?
The fog is thickening. Stay alert. Be careful of the Tacit Discord.
Let me be your blade.
A decade ago, shortly after the conclusion of the previous river... Yes, the Midnight Rangers had to send its latest recruits to the front line because of the situation's urgency. In the end, we contained the outbreak at a heavy price. The battle took countless lives. Our victory was overshadowed by the immeasurable loss. And they were not the only ones who lost. This sonorosphere is probably made up as Tacit Discords devoured the fallen soul. But it seems the remaining frequencies of our soldiers are still resisting. Yes, the Tacit Discords emerged. It would seem so. It's the bell. They must be showing the way for us.
An unexpected discovery.
bell sounds closer now. The Tacit Discord should be aware of our presence now. They'll be harder to deal with. Brace yourself for the fight. The atmosphere is thick and dangerous. Let's take down these murderers. You will obey.
According to what we've learned, this battle happened a decade ago. Why are they only calling out to us now?
I think it's because of you.
I didn't even know this.
I was wondering why this year, at all times, when the Riverside Games have been held before, and you are the only variable. You invited me to join your temporary team, so Gantuan and Lina we initially fell behind, but later reclaimed the lead. It's like a deja vu of the race from a decade ago.
What triggered the resonance? The fallen soldiers. They must have held on to those memories dearly. That's how they resisted merging with the Tacit Discords.
Yes. They silently fighting all these years, or we would have faced a huge outbreak.
Going out past battles never a kind.
We fought together. And so they called out to us for help. The bell is right ahead.
Is it?
Let's go. Nonsense. They're reenacting our first lesson for new recruits. During their first lesson, new recruits must pay tribute to fallen soldiers in Nell Square. We are required to do this before being allowed on the battlefield. Its significance eluded most of us during initial training, myself included, until that day. Yes, I didn't attend the memorial that day, but that was when I finally realized. Nell Square. It is the place where our career as soldiers begins and ends. These monsters will never fathom the weight of their sacrifices.
Please, can't let this one pass. Let's go together. I made a mistake. Target. Caution. All is fair. War. Don't worry. We are ready for battle. Wind Rider.
Let the winds roar.
Thank you, Rover. I'm fine. They've been trapped here for 10 years, and now finally free. I hope they're in a better place. What happened here goes far beyond what we know about the wave-worn phenomena so far. I've sampled some of the frequencies here with my terminal.
Remnants of the past.
We're no longer seeing any unusual fluctuation. Good job. You should have as you requested.
Thank you.
I'm not done yet, though there are some
This is the frequency
sample from a sonorosphere. I'll deliver it to a colleague. It's in better hands with her. It's someone you know. Baija.
Yes. Whatever you do, please.
What now?
I trust you as all.
Rest assured.
This should be our wake-up call.
It is a wake-up call. And it may also hold the answers we've been searching for all the... By the way, the Riverside...
Sure. I'll go.
Now, if there's nothing else, I'm going back to my lab.
Rover, there is a place I need to visit. Could you come with me? Thank you. I need to pick up something first. See you at Nell Square.
Endure and defy.
There is something I wish to do with you today. A seed. This is the seed of a resilient type of flower, which I asked the Academy to help me breed years ago. From here, you can see all of Jinzhou City. I thought those who died for Jinzhou would want to see how it's thriving now. This flower, we named it the Immortia. Yes, the word represents both departure and return. Yes. I know there's nothing we can do to bring them back. But for us still living, we need something like this to hold on to. Thank you, Rover, for finally bringing them peace. Now they no longer have to fight. And this is why I believe you should be the one to plant this seed here. We have prevented one outbreak for the time being. But a greater danger remains lurking in the darkness. Our knowledge, I must act to prevent more deaths. Rover, I have one more request. If one day I perish in battle and cannot return home, could you please plant one of these flowers for me? Thank you, Rover.
Rover, I heard you'd returned to the city with General Jian. Ah, what a relief. I am beyond happy to know you're all safe and sound. There is something I forgot to give you. Let's meet up somewhere when you have the time.
Shadow follows.
Greetings, Rover. You see those fish? They look so happy in the safety of their pond. Happiness and safety often can hand. If we don't feel the weight of that price, someone else is carrying it for us. 10 years. How time flies. I coordinated the Riverside Games that year, too. Dozens of teams competed that day, and the race lasted well into the afternoon. The sunset was so beautiful. Like what we're seeing now, it was so tranquil. That team was thrown together last minute, and nobody thought they could win. They even stumbled during their first exchange. But then, the team surprised everyone with their final runner's expert gulp-puff handling and victorious finish. It was truly a race to remember. Yes. I still remember how excited those kids looked. Just like how you looked in this photo. We were worried we weren't going to get a photo of you all together. Luckily, the photographer managed to capture a shot of the whole team. I should thank you for bringing that team together, Rover. I'm planning to talk to Jian about hosting the Riverside Games another time. If all goes well, please, join us.
Shadow descends. Endure and defy. No hesitation. One failures. Wind guide me.